Bet you wish your WPL had flex like that. Like and subscribe, and you can check out my channel, see how I built that. What's going on, everybody? This is Will from Wpl Rides and Reviews. I was doing a little bit of a news update. WPL is actually releasing a new C-Class chassis truck, which means that they're going to be doing another body. It's going to be, I've heard talk of a Land Cruiser. It's supposed to be a Land Cruiser type truck. It has a new frame rail, which I'm going to show now. They're also supposed to be coming out with a whole new chassis line, which is going to be the E chassis line, which is going to be something completely different. They haven't released what that's actually going to be yet. They also were talking about doing some Dakar kits for the military trucks to try to maybe change them into Dakar rally trucks, to maybe do a conversion kit that you could do yourself. They were also talking about all the new updates that they've done to the WPL line itself. A lot of the new trucks are going to be coming with a different transmission. The transmission is actually what usually comes in the B36. It has a stronger housing, and some people have said that the gear reducer or the gear reduction inside of that is actually a little bit shorter, so it's supposed to have a little bit more torque in it. They're also talking about the axles themselves. These trucks, most of them, the originals, the WPL C14, the C24, the B24, well, basically all the original first models, they all came with the plastic axles, the gears inside and everything, the pinions, they were all plastic. And they're talking about now all the trucks are going to be coming with the brass gear standard in all the trucks, so it's going to be a lot more reliable and everything with that in the drive line. So there's a little bit of news coming out of the WPL that I gotta thank Edward Chu. You gotta check out his channel. It's Edward CHEW. He has a channel on YouTube where he went and interviewed the owners and creators of WPL RC, and they actually discuss what they want to do, and they're just trying to keep these trucks affordable for right now, and just try to make them as good as they can for what they cost. If you're looking to do some serious crawling or trail trucking, you're going to be looking at some upgrades, putting some metal in there, but it's not too big of a deal. These parts are pretty cheap. They have the 2-speed, which is down to about $15 right now. Comes with a motor and 2-speed transmission and a servo to shift it. You have to change one of your links. You have to change one of your links. They'll hit the servo in the back side if you mount that in there. But it's just another thing that you have to deal with. But they're going to be coming out with that new chassis, so hopefully that'll be a lot better with the clearance underneath. And then we're going to see if I can't pre-order one of those. And I'm going to also try to maybe put one of those new gearboxes in and see if it actually makes a difference. So I'm going to try to do a little bit of a climbing test. I got this 3S battery right here. Don't really care too much about the transmission that's in this truck. I don't care if I destroy it or anything. I don't care if I destroy the motor or whatnot. So I'm going to do a 2S test, a 3S test, and see how much this thing can take exactly, and see if I can actually climb up a decent hill. I'm going to put the original tires on there for that, and I might try it with these on there, but it's going to be struggling with these tires. But it does make a little bit of a difference. I think I'm going to upgrade, and I didn't want to at first, but I might try the 2-speed out now that it's come down so far in price. It does have plastic gears. A lot of people complain about that, but they've actually, tested them out, and really, if they're not as weak as you would think they are. I know a lot of people prefer metal gears. I prefer metal gears. That's why I bought that transmission instead of the other transmission. In my opinion, this truck is just so small. I just didn't want to be trying to deal with all that servo issue with shifting it and whatnot. So I just decided to go simple, 1-speed when I built that truck. And this truck, I'm looking at maybe a transmission that's doing the same, the same setup as a reducer, 370 with metal gears on the inside. I think there's It's just three 22 tooth pinion gears in there. They're just basically just lined up in a row on that transmission. And this one is stock, and this one is stock, both with the 180 kit motors. And I'm going to try to do a little bit of climbing test. I might even hook the 3S to this and see if this makes a difference. Found out that this is the first model that they came out with, the B24. This is their first truck. And I know I'm sorry, I do a lot of recording in my kitchen area. I'm thinking about doing a workshop, and I've been considering it. I don't really have a heated spot, and it's winter time right now, so I'm thinking about setting it up outside in my Florida room. But I'll just have to see. It's pretty cold out there, and I'll be making a video and shivering at the same time. Otherwise, please subscribe, hit me up, and I guess I'm going to try to climb this thing up a hill. So that was just under 45 degrees. I'm going to go ahead and step it up a notch. I have multiple settings I'm going to set it to. You can see I got screws at multiple different spots to change the incline. I'm just guessing at this point, but I'm pretty sure this is right about 45 degrees. We started a little bit under 45. So we've reached the max, the 2S. I got 3 notches out of it. I think that's just over 45 degrees, maybe about 55, maybe 60 degrees, closer to 55 degrees. We're going to go ahead and hook it up to 3S now. Well, on a sad note, it looks like this ESC has fried. This is actually the third one that's died on me. The second one died due to, I was driving a lot of power out of it, and it died. Just like this, it actually died when I was trying to use it for some heavy duty crawling. And I guess it just overheats something inside of there and just fries. I said let's try ahead and put this 3S in there and see if it works. Maybe it was able to get the motor going again, but it's not. It's something in the computer. I'm going to have to replace that computer again. So I took the weight off the front and it still isn't going up there. It just wants to flip over. I guess the weight distribution is a little bit off. Alright, so I made a little bit of a change. I think the torque twist was making the drive shafts bind up, so I went ahead and squatted it down, put some string on there to make some straps to see if it can keep it from torque twisting, see if it actually makes a difference with that 3S battery on there. Got it velcroed to the hood just simply to kind of keep the weight to the front so it doesn't backflip off of there. That's one disadvantage to this truck. It is very lightweight, so it doesn't really have the traction or the nose weight like the B24 had. So there you have it. 3S does help it out a little bit. It didn't help that much. This thing really needs some more power and some more gear reduction. I would say this is about 45 degrees. I can smell motor. That 3S cooked that 180 motor in there. It won't even move. I think it actually melted the brushes. I think it actually melted it, so it's totally done for. We are ready for a new motor and transmission for this truck. So there you have it. It didn't really do much better than it does in stock form. It's pretty much stock as it is with that 180 kit motor and the regular transmission in there. I would say though that I think the military truck has a little bit more of a gear reduction in it. It seemed to have a little bit more torque. It had good nose weight, so it actually climbed that ramp as far as going over a ramp. This thing climbed obviously way better. It did more of an incline with less voltage. This truck, it fried the motor once we put it on 3S, but really all it wanted to do was backflip, and because it was so light. It's a good trail truck being light like that, but it was just a little bit too light in the nose to try to come up that steep incline. So please subscribe, hit me up in the comments if you think I did something wrong. And like I said before, I think now that 2-speed is down to about $15, I actually saw one for $12, but it was in a foreign language. I'm not sure if that's the same thing. But since it is so down in price, I think I might have to go ahead and try one out. I think I might put it on that C14 and give it a shot, because I've had it all set up with the suspension. It now needs some real power for it. And then I might change the drive shafts to the actual Wpl drive shafts, the metal drive shafts. They have a little bit of a tapered end, and they seem pretty good from what I've seen. So I hope y'all like this video. Hit me up, please subscribe. Until next time, thanks for watching.